Hi and welcome to this video lesson for the tune Mona's Delight, which we're going to play on this lovely DG Melodeon. The tune comes from the Isle of Man, which is a tiny island off the west coast of Liverpool here in the UK, and the Mona in question was a lady called Mona Douglas. The idea with this tune is to try and achieve that lovely Morris bounce, and by that I mean the sort of bounce that you need, the kind of lift you need to do Morris dancing to. And to that end we're going to do quite a lot of inning and outing with our bellows, but a little bit of row crossing as well. And I need to tell you that the tune is in the key of G major, so most of the notes are on the G row here. But there are a few notes on the D row. Now, to help you remember that those notes are on the D row, I give those notes a different head shape. On the G row, the notes have the normal kind of egg-shaped head, but on the D row, I give those notes a diamond head, and that's peculiar to my own music. It's not something that's in general use, but I think it will really help you. It certainly helps me. It'll help you remind you that those notes are on the D row. So diamond-headed notes are on the D row. There aren't many of them, but there are a few, so watch out for that. It's the usual thing, an A part and a B part. So obviously we'll start with the A part, and the very first note is what we call an anacrusis. This is a kind of a pickup note. If you look at the very first bar, there's only one note in it. It's a crotchet, it's a D, and it comes on the count of 4. So if you count 1, 2, 3, and your first note comes on that beat of 4. Now my Melodeon is a 4th button start. It used to be 3rd button, but I had it changed so I could have some useful notes put in on these buttons up here. So the 4th button on the G row is G, and the 4th button on the D row is D. That's on the push. You may find that it's the 3rd button down on your G row, which is G, and the 3rd button on the D row, which is D, and if that's so, we call that a 3rd button start. But the first note is D, so for me, that's button 3, it may be button 2 for you. And finger 1, we're setting up this nice position. The idea always is you have 4 fingers lined up on the 4 buttons you're going to need. Obviously, if a tune goes beyond that area, goes further up here or lower down here, then obviously you've got to rearrange your fingers. But in this tune, it all falls very nicely in that 4 button area, with the exception of a few notes on the D row, which we'll deal with. So our first note is D, so I count 1, 2, 3, and on beat 4 of that bar I play that D on the push, and then I go into the first main bar. Now you can see there's a repeat code there, thick line, thin line and 2 dots. That is to just warn us a lot later on in the tune we're going to repeat from there, and there's actually a special sign up there as well which we're also going to use as a repeat code, but I'll come to that a little later in the tutorial. The first main bar, if I play that anacrusis, that pickup note, and then I play the first bar. Now in that first proper bar, the timing is 1, 2 and 3, 4, and that's crotchet, 2 quavers, crotchet, 2 quavers. Now you'll notice the first time I play the note A, there, it's on the pull and it's on the G row. But then I play the A on the D row, and then I return to the G row for the note G. So why do I play that note A on different rows? Well, it's all to do with the left hand. When I start off, when I play that A first of all, it doesn't coincide with the bass note. There you see. But when I play it the second time, so it goes at the same time as that G chord and the left hand, and I can't get that note on the G row if I want to play a G chord behind it. So it's a question of making sure that the left hand fits with it. So that's why it's first of all played on the G row and then on the D row. So you'll see it's got a diamond head. You have to look fairly carefully to see that it's got a diamond head. So fingering there, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2. Notice it's convenient, I think, to use finger 4 on that diamond headed A note on the D row and then return to the G with finger 2. And I've put the word change in on the B note there, just to remind you that you change button when you go to that note. I've given you some charts that help you remember when to change button when you're going up through the scale of G. And if you look at those charts, I'm sure you'll understand what I mean. Because there, you'll see a little dagger underneath that first A, because you can play it just by reversing the bellows. The G is on the push and the A is on the pull. Yes, you could play the button again with your second finger, but you don't need to. I think it actually sounds quite nice to do it by a bellows reversal.